Alrighty, one more example here. Just dividing by this complex number. All right, so to do this, remember we got to get rid of the imaginary part. So to get rid of the imaginary part, we're going to multiply top and bottom by the conjugate of 3 minus I. Well, the conjugate of 3 minus I is 3 plus I. All right, so you end up multiplying top and bottom by 3 plus I. Yeah, when you do this enough, you start to learn the trick for multiplying by the conjugate. I'll show you that here in a sec. So 3 times the 3 is going to be a 9. 3 times the I and negative I times the 3, those are going to cancel out, the middle terms, because you'll have a 3I and a negative 3I. And then negative I times I. That is negative I squared. So negative I squared. But I squared is equal to negative 1. So you end up with a negative 1. So plus 1. Now let me look at the little formula for what happens. So if you're doing a number times its conjugate, a complex number times its conjugate. This is difference of squares is what this is. So the middle terms are definitely going to cancel. So you get a squared, the a and the negative bi, and the a and the positive bi cancel. You get bi times negative bi. So you get negative b squared I squared. But the I squared changes that sign. So what you end up with is a squared plus b squared. That's a little interesting. All right. So whatever the coefficient here is, like here it was a 1. So it's going to be the a1 times itself, so you get 9. And then it's going to be a plus sign. And then it's going to be whatever that coefficient is times itself. All right. I guess I'll show you real quick. I'm going to get back to this. I'll show you with an example here. Let me do 5 minus 3i and 5 plus 3i. So the way it's going to work out is the first piece times itself. So you get 25. It'll be a plus sign. And then you'll do b squared, where b is just the 3. So that'd be a 9. So I think that kind of cuts down on the work a little, hopefully. It's something to remember. You might put that in your notes. It does help. Okay. On top, 18 times 3, oh gosh, 54. All right, and then you're going to have 18i. Just write that up there. Here you're going to have 12i. So that's going to be 30. And then you'll have 4i times I, which is 4i squared. I'll just write it, 4i squared. And then we'll simplify the bottom, 10. Okay, 54 minus 4, because you get the sign change, is 50 plus 30i. All right, now all three of these terms, you can divide them all by 10. So you end up with a 5 plus 3i over 1. So that would be your answer right there. Now, I just want to mention the reason we can do that, divide them out. This is what's actually happening. So that way you don't think it's just something magical. What we're doing is at the top, we're factoring out a 10. All right, so we're taking a 10 away from both of those. So it becomes 10 and then 5 plus 3i over 10. And then that's why those 10s are able to cancel.